Now, if I want to make this box a little bit stronger, a little bit fancier, you'll remember that at Maker Case, it gave us the back, right, left, front, top and bottom. So you can see that those two there were the top and bottom. But we switched it off when we exported it, but we can just come back and have a look at it again. We can see there we've got our top and our bottom. I'm going to take one of the bottoms, I'm going to pull it on one side. I'm going to just click my rectangle tool and I am going to draw a square
you'll see that we want to use a 3mm
that encompasses the entire
3mm. Let's make
shape
a box.
there. So you see now we're having these little
100
cutouts basically there where the other parts fit into.
by 100.
What I can then also do is
what the box looks like.
just take this
We want to
shape,
in the slots so that it can.
I can copy it, I can paste it, and I can basically make each side 106 so that there's a 3mm offset around the original
finger size of around 20
base. Okay, so I can color that one in. I can color that one in.
This is now a closed box.
If I select both of those red ones, if I
or you can make it
weld them,
so it takes away
I now get
and leaves the box open.
a base which looks like this, meaning that your parts
Once you've got
are actually going to slide into these holes.
Selected.
They're not going to be loose on the outside where they can fall
You can then say download
and
box
stuff. You
plans.
don't need elastic or tape or anything to
Down
hold
here
that.
it gives
The,
you
the,
the option
the
of
base will hold the parts together
enabling or
itself.
disabling.
We also
the
saw
labels.
now that this was the top.
I've
Maybe
always
I don't want the
disabled
top to
labels,
have
we're not all this into
so
the
many tabs
text
because it puts in quite difficult and it's quite tight
and
and
then it
stuff.
just messes you around.
I'm just going to make one long tab here. I'm going to just draw myself
every few minutes.
a square along there.
But I
I'm
disable
going to draw myself a square along the right side,
I don't really worry about
the bottom
line
side,
formatting
and I'm going to do the
compensation.
left side
If you really
too.
want to get technical,
I'm going to select all of those and I'm going to
mess
weld it.
around with these.
Now my lid has
the
one,
standard one,
two,
I found worked
3,
perfectly when I
4 tabs that need to slide in,
SVG
and
or
that will be the tabs from the bottom ones that come through. But now because we've done that, we've now don't have space to put those big ones in. So we added on to the lid, which means we then need to subtract from the sides.
the box just
So
created called
I can
box
put
210614.
draw my square in, and then I can do a back minus front.
Trying to battle and explore
And
this
I
thing,
can do that for all of them.
I just
Back
use the
minus front.
small fill tool. I color the panels in, and I delete the original part that came through. Let's just make
Have the
these
back minus front, and
red
then we're going
outline.
to be doing our last
Okay.
back
So
minus
now if you
front.
go and cut this box, it will basically come out as a cube.
So now our plain simple little box has evolved into something
2,
that's
3 of the sides.
quite a lot nicer than what we originally
The
had.
lid doesn't get stuck when you are trying to open.
So
it.
we had the original lid
Yeah.
with the tabs.
That's how to create
Bring
a
that
box.
back in again so we can
The example of the box
see it.
is over here.
So we had this
So
one here with
this
all the
side,
tabs, just a
this
standard
side,
box
this
from Maker
side,
Case.
This
We've got
side,
this one here where we modified the
lid,
base, and
lid.
optionally you can modify to give yourself this kind of a better kind of a lid. I want to take this one step further. I'm going to copy this whole thing across, and we are going to make a lid that has no tabs. So the lid is, all you can see from the top is wood. You don't see anything, basically a square. A nice neat lid. I love these lids. So I'm going to take my original lid, I'm going to draw a square right around it. Now I don't need to do a weld, I can just keep the square and delete the other one, but for the sake of fun let's just do a weld. Okay, so over there I've now got my lid, which is 100 by 100. Question is, how is that lid going to fit onto here? What we have to do, we have to get rid of these tabs on the top and make it just a flat box. So we can do that with a weld, a weld, a weld, and another weld. So now the box is going to look like this. Let me show you. Okay, so let's say the box was a cool open box. So the box is going to look like this. It's going to have the sides, and it's going to be completely open on the top, and we've got a lid that goes over the top here. Okay. How do we get the lid to actually fit in here? What I do is I just go onto the bottom of the base, I grab that size, because that is the size that will fit in between these guys over here. And I like to give them a slight fillet of say 5 mils, so that it's rounded. And you will take this shape, you'll cut it out, and you will paste it on to the bottom of your lid. And then you will take your entire lid here and you will just slide it in to the top of your box. Nice and easy. What you can also do is you can add, let's say there, let's make it a 25. You can add a tab onto one side of your lid. Maybe not so big, I'm just going to adjust it a bit, like this, so that when your lid is on your box, you've got a little lip that you can actually open the box with. And that little lip can be put on any box. And it's really good to put them on. It really finishes the box off, and it makes the client feel like they got value for money because they're getting a nice, good looking box. So for example, over here we can grab our little lip. Doesn't have to be the wrong one. Let's grab our lip. Oops. Grab it on the center node and pull it into position, and we can do a weld. We can do the same with our original box too, even though it might be a little bit trickier because it had tabs all over the show. So we might have to do some trickery. Let's see if we do that. We leave that original hole here. There's very little meat on there. So I'm just going to make it like 30 wide. Make it 30 more wide, and we weld it onto that box. Oh, okay. Let's see what happened. Just add a little bit of an overlap in here. Sometimes Corel gets a bit finicky with the welding. You just got to trick it a bit. Okay, so there we've got our little tab welded on for easy removal of the lid, because people are always battling with their fingers to remove lids. So now we've got this kind of box. I just want to get the center again. So you can go and put a black line onto the bottom of your box so that you have the exact position that you want to put this cut out that fits in there. I just normally eye it because I know it's 3 miles away, so I just eye it very well. But yeah, you can put a little black line to assist you to get it in place. The next box is a box that we call a shoebox lid box. So that is basically this box we did now, 100 by 100 by 100 with a open top. Okay, so let's download that box, disable the front, left, top, bottom. I'm going to import the box that I just made. 637, that's the one. Okay, it's this box over here. So that's my sides and that's my bottom. Like I showed you before, I like to color in the parts and then delete the box. It's just my personal little trick I do. Okay, but now we need a lid that is going to fit around the outside of this box that slides over. Okay, so how will we do that? We will do that by going back to make a case. Got the original dimension of our box in here. We're not going to mess with the height, but we know that the material is 3 millimeter thick. So if we want a box on either side, we have to have 3 millimeter on the side, 3 millimeter on the side, on that side, on that side. So it's a total of 6 millimeters. So it'll look like this. It'll basically be 106. But now that box is going to fit so tight over the other box, and with the glue and the tolerances and everything, you're going to battle to get that lid on and off, believe me. So I add the thickness of the material times 2 plus an extra millimeter, so 107 millimeter, 107 millimeter. Okay, so now the lid of the box won't be 100 high, it's normally 25, 30 mil high only. Okay, so let's go for a 30 mil high lid. So you see, so this is going to be the lid for our box. It's going to slide over the top of our box. Okay, yeah, maximum tab size is fine. I'm happy with that. I'm going to download my box. It there shows, obviously that's the bottom, that's the left right thingy, and no other parts. I don't want them on. Download. Go back to Corel. I can import 639, that's the bad boy. So here's my lid. Delete that. So when we put this together now, you'll see that the lid is in fact the green one, and it is bigger. See, it is bigger than the original one because we want it to fit around the other one. Okay, that is a very nice shoebox looking